Following is a presentation of 13ABC Action News. Now, your table is ready. Join 13ABC's Jeff Smith with the decision makers of Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. This is the Roundtable.
And a good Sunday afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on 13ABC for the Roundtable program on this Sunday. You see over my shoulder, we're about to get into a cancer conversation here on the Roundtable. And over the last couple of weeks, obviously, a number of national stories with national impact have come to the forefront. Take a look. This is last Sunday at Colts Stadium in Indianapolis. Buffalo, Indianapolis playing a game, but this was the bigger story of the game. And right before the fourth quarter, one cheerleader, her name Megan, she decided that she was going to try to raise money for cancer research. Currently, Chuck Pagano, the coach of the Colts, going through a battle with leukemia. She decided that she was going to have her head shaved to raise money. The goal, raise $10,000. Well, another cheerleader, right before they got ready to do this, decided she was going to sit down. You saw the pair there holding hands as they did it. They did it as a team, and they ended up raising $22,000 for cancer research. One of the cheerleaders' hair going on to Locks of Love to provide hair pieces for children who have lost their hair from battling cancer. Also wanted to point out later this week, as we are in the crux of the college basketball season, and later this week during the Jimmy V Classic, which happens in New York, NC State and Connecticut will play a game, and NC State has changed its uniforms specifically for their former coach. Back in 1983, NC State won the NCAA championship with Jimmy Valvano at the helm. Then in 93, battling cancer, he gave a speech at the ESPYs, and in that speech, it will forever be played, him uttering the words, "Don't ever give up." And that's what will be emblazoned on the back of those uniforms this week as NC State plays against Connecticut. A number of outward signs there in the battle against cancer, and we are about to have another here in Northwest Ohio, thanks to one of my guests today. With us today, I want to introduce my guests to you, Melanie Christensen and her daughter, Constance Christensen, both from the Perrysburg area. Connie has decided that we are taping on Thursday, but Sunday morning, she will be getting her head shaved, and it's not the first time. We'll get into that in just a moment, but welcome to both of you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Also here with us is Danielle Stallings and Steve Sion, both from the Bowling Green State University. We appreciate you guys taking some time. The event, the St. Baldricks event, which happens around the nation from time to time, but you guys decided to have one here at home. Thank you so much for being here on the Roundtable.
Thank you.
Let's start with Constance here. This is the second time you have decided, I guess as kind of a sign of solidarity with those who are battling cancer, to get your head shaved. Why?
Well, I thought it'd be a good way to give back to my community and be really fun to be in solidarity with childhood cancer patients.
You have had cancer affect your family. Tell us how.
Well, my dad, when he was 15, had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
And is since doing fine, you said earlier. Now, you have decided, we have a picture here, and I'm going to try to hold this up for Derek there at home, maybe get a shot of this, but the first time you went through this, Derek, are we looking all right there? I need to move it. There we go. This is you after March. Your mom said you had pretty long hair and decided to get it shaved. Go through the decision of having it done. Like those Indianapolis Colts cheerleaders, they were in front of 60,000 fans there at the stadium and then a national TV audience. But you decided you were going to have this done. And what went through your mind before and then after?
Well, right before I was just a little bit nervous, but mostly excited. And
what was the excitement about it? Why excitement? Something new?
Yes.
But something important?
Yes.
Yeah. Mom, as you look at your daughter now taking this second step to do this, and I mean, you're 13, 12?
11.
11, okay, even younger. I was in sixth grade at Perrysburg Junior High. But as you look at an 11-year-old making such an adult decision and making such a huge commitment, I guess your feelings as a mother.
Well, I'm incredibly proud of Connie, of course, and not just for doing it herself, but she's showing other kids that they can make a difference. And a lot of times children grow up feeling pretty powerless, but something like this anybody can do. And she was 10 when she first did it, and I think it's incredible that she's willing to do that.
What did you notice about her, about, you guys go out to the grocery store, you go around town, you said she would wear a button that would say, "Ask me why I'm bald," or something to that effect. So what did you notice?
There were a lot of people who knew about it. There was a Blade article, and they had read it, and everybody in the school system had known about it. We were at Nedley's one day in Perrysburg, and a woman came over and just hugged her and told her story about cancer, and said how proud she was and how much she loved her, and it was overwhelming, the response we got. We really didn't expect quite so much.
We posted something on our 13ABC Facebook page talking about the fact that we were doing this interview today on Thursday before you did this on Sunday, and somebody wrote in and they just said they had done the same thing as an outward sign of solidarity, and they wanted you to be, just have the strength and give them your strength. They wanted to pass along their strength to you for doing something like that. How does that make you feel?
That's so kind of them.
Yeah. You're friends, and I mean, we saw in that video of the Colts cheerleader coming and sitting down next to her cohort on the team, but have you had any other friends who have maybe thought, well, maybe I could do that?
No, but they have made donations. And a lot of support.
Yeah, and obviously money making, and that comes down to the crux of it, is trying to raise funds for research. And Steve and Danielle, I'll ask you guys, I guess, Steve, why don't you start off and talk to us about St. Baldricks and bringing this event to Northwest Ohio.
Well, the reason we did it is Danielle here is the president of the National Rosenthal Honorary, and one of their largest pillars is service. And so looking at an opportunity that was new to Northwest Ohio, because we have a lot of great causes in the area.
Good philanthropy.
And
yeah.
Absolutely. And so one of the things that we didn't see that was as common was the St. Baldricks Foundation event. And so working through the university, decided to be a great idea to bring it here. And then once we got the idea approved and all of that process, Danielle's organization decided to take it on and adopt it so that it can happen annually, even regardless of whether or not anyone that's here this year is here next year.
And you guys go to the website, you see a couple of names that are listed as far as the St. Baldricks kids, Cabrina, Nicholas, Adam. The ages, I mean, it tugs at your heartstrings when you look at a 15-year-old, a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old who are all going through this battle. And obviously cancer knows no bounds. It affects everybody in some way, shape, or form. We will discuss more along the lines of research and whatnot with the American Cancer Society in our second segment. But Danielle, as a college student and as what type of reaction are you hoping for on campus today?
It'll be really interesting because we have a lot of women actually shaving their heads for this event, so they're prepared with hats as well as the men. But it'll be really great to see so many people walking around bald and making a difference, and I think it'll really get a lot of college students' minds going. Your
reaction to this little one over here? No offense, no, when I say little one, but
no. I respect you so much. You are far braver than I am personally, and it's wonderful to see someone so young, so dedicated to such a great cause.
You've got a number of people, you said, who are going to actually be taking that step, but has the response been overwhelming at this point, or kind of what you expected?
Absolutely. We're so impressed, and the reason is right now I think this morning we have 112 people signed up to go bald, men, women, children, total. And it's great because for our size institution and for our area, you know, the foundation expects an event to be maybe 30 to 50 shavees raising $3,000 to $5,000, and we right now have 110 shavees, and we're on the brink of 13,000, heading to our goal of 15,000. So overwhelming would be an understatement because we didn't expect the event to grow this large.
Yeah, we're looking at the St. Baldricks webpage right there, talking about this event. Obviously, events happen all across the country, but as we move forward, I wanted to bring up the next graphic showing the events. Even though we are sitting at noon and a lot of the events happen in the morning, it's not done yet. In fact, as we look, talk to us, Danielle and Steve, both through the rest of the day, what we're looking at here.
All right, well, what we have in the morning is We will start shaving at 9:30.
Right.
We have a it's called a pre-shave ceremony.
Sure.
And we will do that at 9:30, and that's when shaving will start.
Right.
We have Honeycomb Salon and Spa out of Bowling Green is doing 6 of their stylists for 9:30 to 1:30. And then we transition because it's all donated time, and so we don't expect them to do 8 hours for us.
Of course.
And Ambrosia Salon and Spa in Bowling Green has graciously agreed to do our final 4 hours.
Yeah.
And so that's the 1:30 to 5:30. Then we have our post-shave ceremony where we'll announce the largest fundraiser of the event, individually the largest team, and then just talk about the closing, the impact, and then our final fundraising number, which is a big deal.
Let me ask more directly, the both of you. I mean, we say about the effects of cancer and it knows no bounds. I mean, do you have personal stories as far as how it has affected your life?
Not within my immediate family. My grandfather had a small bout with cancer and very luckily has conquered it, which is the goal of this.
Of course.
And so I'm very lucky in that sense to have minimal impact directly, but definitely so.
Yeah, Danielle?
I don't personally, but I know it's a really good idea to bring it to campus because there are so many people that have been personally affected.
Yeah.
And so it's good to just bring it and make it known and let people get involved with it.
So what happens for you, Constance, the next few weeks as you go back to school? Obviously Monday, tomorrow, you'll look a little different, but there will be a message behind it. How do you go forward? What do you say to your friends? What do you say to your teachers? How do you spread the message other than just being bald?
Well, I usually tell people a lot about the organization and how they can help.
Yeah.
And
Is it your goal in life to kind of be involved in philanthropy? I mean, you're already doing that, obviously. Do you see her championing something like this later on?
I can see that in her, yes.
Talk about Dad and his feelings as far as what his daughter's doing.
Dad's very proud of her. He's a very private person, but he is proud of his daughter, and he supports her 100%.
Yeah, well, once again, I commend you for taking this upon yourself to do it. I commend Mom for standing by your side. And Danielle and Steve, thank you so much for spending some time to talk to us about this great event. Once again, down at BGSU, it's going on until 5:45, you said, when you finally announce some of those final numbers. And that's the post-shave ceremony, final fundraising announcements there at the Bowen Thompson Student Union there on campus.
Absolutely.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Stay right there. We've got another segment to come right after this.